I think this is the first time I've started something and I've not gotten distracted halfway. Hi, I'm Naisha and welcome to Homo sapiens 2.0, where we try to make sense of a world that's constantly competing for our attention. And honestly, I think this conversation is long overdue. Today, we're talking about a problem that most of us are experiencing in today's century. Picking up our phones for just a few minutes, and those few minutes turning into hours. But what we're losing is the true experience of life. And as conversations like these happen, it's important to hear from the people who not just understand systems, but who also understand people. Someone who's known for staying approachable, for listening to people, and for understanding people on the ground level. We have with us, and I'm honored to have Shri Jitendra Pratap Singh ji, District Magistrate of Kanpur, who sees the real impact of changing habits on ground level. Thank you so much, sir, for being here today.
Thank you,
I'm
Nasha, for
honored to have you.
engaging me as well. Thank you, Nasha.
So, sir, starting off with something very basic, I've noticed this myself as well, that we as people have forgotten to stay bored because we've always felt like we can't sit with our thoughts alone. And that's something that is triggering our brain nowadays because we are scared to sit with our own thoughts.
Yes, I think in Buddhism we say that the mind is the Markat mind, the monkey mind. So the mind keeps on hopping from say one branch to another. So already the mind had a proclivity of say jumping from issues to issues. The speed of thought is higher than the speed of light. Also, we have learned all these things. Now this was fast tracked, I would say, or accelerated or catalyzed by the tech interventions.
Right.
The attention economy, the economy which depends upon say your eyeball times, your caption time or say capturing time, now uses that same mechanism to accelerate the same system by designing technologies in which you are the you are say the consumer of them, you are the product.
Right.
So what happened actually is that these companies have designed technologies to keep you engaged and in the process capture your data to sell your data to companies or to sell to even you the products which may be say liked by you, depending upon the sites you visit, the websites you watch, how much time you keep there. So these companies are using that technology to say capture your say time and also potentially utilize it to sell to others and to sell to you the say consumer products. So that is say the base of that.
Right. So, and from this, I also feel like we were supposed to have control of our devices, but nowadays it's rather that devices have control of us also.
Yes,
So,
yes, it's like that now because the
right.
devices are like the new slot machines. So they are the new slot machines. So you might have seen them. Slot machines pay whenever you go. So you just play with $1 and then you spend $5 and you just keep on trying your luck. And some unexpected windfalls, shortfalls in between keeps you hooked for more. So the
Yes.
mobile companies and the smartest people in the on the globe, on the earth, are designing products which will keep you hooked.
Right.
The science is behind it, the dopamine release is there. So the people are engaged beyond their own understanding and their limits.
I've also noticed that previously movies did not have so many plot twists. But now, just to keep your mind engaged, it's not about the purpose and meaning of the movie, but rather how much they can buy our mind and keep us hooked. So there are
Yes.
just plot twists after every regular interval, I've noticed.
Yes, they have to say, for instance, in a movie, you used to have a, of course, every movie will have a say crescendo, say at the lunchtime sort of, the interval time in Indian, say cinema halls, because
Right.
the global cinema was not having interval for sandwiches and coffee. So in Indian cinema, there were say maximum of two crescendos or two climaxes, and the final one would be in the last minutes. Now the web series, the 8 seasons or the 10 seasons, and each episode or season being say spread over 5 or 6 episodes. So that is there actually. So you need more climaxes to keep you hooked.
Right.
Nobody is ready to wait for say 1 hour and 30 minutes to arrive at a climax and
Right.
to know say who is the killer or who is not a killer.
Hmm.
So the companies are not designing products in which they will keep you hooked after say spending 35 minutes, 45 minutes on a season or on an episode, and then they switch to next. So that is there. Yes, true.
Even I've noticed that when I'm watching a movie now, I need my phone. That after 30-40 minutes, let's scroll through a few reels.
Yes,
And that attention span is also reduced. And
yes,
I
yes.
mean,
That is addictive, and there is a science behind it. It's a
yes.
pure science thing.
Right.
The best psychologists in the world are employed by Google or Apple or Netflix or Prime Video or Geo Hotstar. So the best brains know how to keep a person engaged, how to keep him maximum on the say the time circuit.
Right.
And when you watch a movie, your eye movements also, the amount you spend, the time you spend,
Yes.
the types of movie you watch, it gives you the data signals, sort of data signals, which is processed by big machines, the AI intelligence also now.
Right.
And then they conclude what products can be sold to you and what products can be sold to you through other companies as well. So
Right.
it's a pure science of psychology meeting neuroscience and then leading to say the permanent changes in the brain also. The neuroplasticity says the whatever we keep on doing, the connection of the neurons, which is called as synapses also, they get shaped by that. So once you are addicted into it, more of it, more of it, more of it. So it's a game where it's a loop. So you don't come out of it.
Yes.
So what the company has to work harder in the initial phases, and then you are done. Then you become as a sort of a stooge or a subject of those big tech companies. Yes.
I also saw one of your videos where it's not about only alcohol but also digital alcoholism, which I picked up.
Yes, yes.
So,
I call it digital alcoholism, of course,
yes.
because say the alcoholism is limited in a sense. You need a place to drink, you need a
Right.
glass, or you need some water or a bottle of wine or whiskey, whatever you like. But in terms of mobiles, in every house, every help, every staff almost has one or two numbers. So, for
Yes.
instance, Kanpur has only 749 odd liquor shops, the official liquor shops in that sense. But Kanpur, I think, is having around 30 to 40 lakh mobiles. So each mobile is having a trajectory, it is connected to the net, it is giving services as well. There are some useful purposes, but behind those useful purposes are the big games of the big companies.
That line needs to
Yes,
be
yes.
drawn.
So that is called as, in my understanding, digital alcoholism.
Yes.
And I believe, say, as there is a warning on the cigarette packs that it is injurious to health, then people still smoke it.
Yes.
So there would very soon be, say, warnings on a mobile box. Yes, this is injurious to health in say black
Yes.
big letters, and still people will buy it and use it in that
Yes.
that those ways actually, Nasha.
Yes. I've also noticed that previously we had board games which we used to play as families,
Yes, yes,
Ludo, Life, Monopoly.
yes,
And now, even though they are there, we would prefer using it on the mobile app.
yes,
And that thrill of the game is gone.
yes.
Of, you know,
No, that is one of the biggest say setback to the community life is that
yes.
you get into that loop and then you start avoiding the communication. You might be aware that the languages have developed over some fireplaces which our ancestors 40 50,000 years ago were sitting in a jungle half naked or whatever, and then they were sitting around a fire in the evening and trying to communicate through sounds, say like a monkey or something like that, and then the patterns developed, people interacted, and the languages developed gradually, and then the script came and then the printing press came and all. Now everything is being compromised in terms of gestures and emojis or thumbs up
Yes.
or thumbs down or heart shape or something like that. So that is also a casualty that this technology is depriving us of our continuous habit of developing culture, developing languages.
Yes.
Say our face when we talk, and say I'm talking to you,
Yes.
so I can see your face gesture, I can see your eyes movement, I can see your smile also, the way your cheeks are there, the way you say, or I'm say, shifting my hands left or right. So once the mobile is there, then you are just seeing the screen,
The screen.
in a two-dimensional way. You are not noticing so many say the small twitches on my skin or my So you will not know their real emotions, and you
Right.
will not develop them also. So that's a big setback of this otherwise sometimes useful technology as well.
I think in the coming generations, it will be EQ instead of IQ, emotional
Yes,
intelligence, because
I would say now the D may also, the digital intelligence would also be there.
yes,
Emotional, the IQ was there, the EQ is there. So maybe DQ is also
right,
the sort of digital intelligence, maybe.
yes, sir.
One who has a digital device and does not
Hmm.
have digital intelligence will be
Yes,
suffering a lot. This is
right.
my fear actually.
Yes. So, lastly, this is something I have faced. Although I know that the phone is harmful for me, I know that it's not something I should be using. Still, I have a problem putting it down. And even during my exams, right before my last exam, I deleted all my Instagram profiles and I started receiving calls from my friends saying, "Are you fine? Is everything okay?" So, that just triggered a point where I believe that this device has so much control on my life.
Yes. The one important thing about, say, Facebook or, say, Instagram is
Hmm.
that earlier you used to compete, say, in your age group, in the, say, the school class you were. Say,
Yes.
some sections maybe at two
Yes.
sections, three sections, so that may mean 150 students.
Hmm.
How they dress up, how they score, how they talk. You used to compete with them. You used to also mentally compete, say, if their fathers have gone to some places of interest or watch some movies, so you will compare themselves.
Hmm.
Now, what happens, say, with this Facebook and Instagram, you are
Yes.
comparing yourself
Hmm.
to no less than a billion person or 5 billion persons
Yes.
also. What I come to know is that the Facebook has almost 3.1 billion users, almost 3
Hmm.
billion users. So if Facebook is having 3 billion users globally,
Right.
then you can understand the amount of competition you are having, or your amount of competition are suffering for yourself. You
Hmm.
will compare yourself with the, say, students of Jaipuriya school, or
Yes.
you students of Kanpur, then tomorrow with UP, and then with India, and then with,
Yes.
say, Europe or Canada or USA.
Right.
So you say, if you compare yourself as a girl itself, then there are more than 8 billion persons. So
Yes.
if you compare yourself gender wise with 4 billion other
Hmm.
females,
Right.
then the comparison never ends. And there's
Yes.
a good saying that the comparison is a thief of the joy.
Yeah.
So this Facebook and Instagram, say, forces you to compare yourself with their happiness or pleasure, and then people say fake. People
Yes.
fake all the emotions, and then you compare yourself, the reality of yourself,
Hmm.
with the projected reality of someone else,
Right.
and you will not notice that the projected reality is not the reality. And you know your reality, so you will compare your reality with the projected reality,
Projected reality.
and you always feel little less, you always feel little deprived, you always feel little less, say, qualified to, say, face them. So
Right.
that is the problem of comparison, and it's really harmful for the mental emotional health. And I wish people are aware, and I'm so happy to hear that you have deleted your Instagram accounts. So I would say this is also like a knife. So knife cuts, say, vegetables. Knife can also cut my veins
Hmm.
or somebody
Hmm.
else's throats as well. So it depends upon how you use it. So
Yes.
technology is good, but the issue is the way technology is being used,
Hmm.
the way technology is being projected, the way technology has done till now.
Hmm.
There are cases where the kids have, say, suicided just because their
Yes.
parents refused the phone,
Yes.
and the, say, there were, say, marital discord between husband and wife. So husband was not sharing the number or the passcode, the wife was not sharing the number, the
Yes.
passcode. So there are issues, yes, and the flip sides are too obvious now to ignore. And I'm happy, I should congratulate you that at your age you have taken this bold decision, I would say.
Thank you.
And I've also done the same, of course, quite long ago.
Is there any practice that you would want all of us to follow just to?
See, at your age, if you have, say, deleted your Instagram accounts already, so I don't think I need to tell you more. But what I can say, be aware about it. Say, in
Yes.
the Buddhism always say that be aware.
Yes.
Just be mindful of what is happening. So with the digital technology, you can always read the best research. You can
Hmm.
always read the best garbage also. So it depends upon how you choose initially,
Right.
and if you have some controls, if you have the awareness that
Hmm.
this is a double-edged sword, or this is a technology which can harm us also.
Yes.
So then it is, of course, great. And I would believe that, say, the champions, the young champions like you, may help, say, people of Kanpur or, say, Uttar Pradesh and India as well, and maybe globally as well, to understand the pitfalls of it and see themselves. They should see their own behavior.
Yes.
They should check their own screen time. They should see their own social skills. They should not believe you or me, maybe. If they are aware enough, if they are mindful enough, if they can check their own screen time, they will know what they are doing. And people are not sleeping enough now also because of that. So if they can watch themselves, I can remember, Naisha, 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I think the screen time came as a big, news from the mobile companies that we are trying to help you to understand the your screen time. You can decide.
Yes.
But in the last 2 3 years, I have seen nobody talks about screen time now. Everybody is hooked to screen phone, and the corona, of course, accelerated the adoption of digital devices and also made us a good slave of those devices. Yes, it seems to me, yes.
Thank you so much, sir. It was an honor to have this conversation.
It's my honor also to interact with young, brimming stars in terms of being courageous enough to delete and also try to understand this game of tech and also the pitfalls which we are falling into every day. I hope, I wish more people understand this. They are aware, they are mindful, they are good studies, they are good researchers, there are good books also now. So recently I just came across a book, The Stone Age Mind in the screen
Screen
age.
age.
So we have a stone age mind. This mind takes some time to grow. The mobile screen goes very fast.
Yes.
The tech intervention grows very fast. So we need some time, and I hope people are aware. And maybe through you also, there will be some good messaging.
Thank you. So I think our brains were never designed for this only.
Yes, I would say the brain needs more time to learn all these tricks, and
Yes.
we are a little slow, and it is healthy also.
Yes.
So I would say yes, you're on the right track. Wish you all the good luck.
Thank you, sir. I feel like it's not us riding the horse; it's the horse riding us now.
Yes,
And
that's true. Well said. Well said, Naisha. Well said.
thank you, sir. I think essentially what we've gathered from this conversation today is that we're not saying don't use your phones at all, but know what is right and what is wrong, and how much to use and how to use something as a whole. Thank you.